We just had a pretty good storm come through, and actually Perry was out in it. Um, so he's soaking wet. It's still raining a little, but I think it's okay. Um, I've been away for a bit, and I made. I think this is the third time I've tried to make this video, and then I'm like, no. Okay, are you ready for the hypocrisy? This is too personal. But it's also real life. What's been going on in my real life is a lot of changes. Actually, I think it's raining more than I thought, so maybe this is going to be a short video. It's Perry being very wet. Poppy and Pansy are coming too. Okay, so here's what is going on in my life. If you live in the United States anyway, and most of the world, you understand that we're having a really interesting financial situation in the world. And like I've said over and over again, the reason I do my lifestyle is because I buy what I can afford and I don't use credit at all. Well, that includes mortgages. And recently, the price of housing has skyrocketed, especially where I live. I live in Maine. And thanks to the pandemic, everybody's like, I don't need to live in the city. I don't want to live in the city. I want to have a house. I want to move to Maine. And so the price of everything, basically everywhere, is skyrocketed. So I rent my house, well, part of my house. There are 3 families that live in my house. I don't interact with them at all. They're totally the other side. I don't hear them. I have nothing to do with them. Every once in a while, the dog is outside that belongs to one of my neighbors. That's about it. Well, my landlord, who actually inherited the house, so they didn't pay anything for it. They're just making money off the rent. Went, oh my goodness, look at the prices of housing. Everything is skyrocketing. We can make a lot of money on this place. And so they sold it. They sold it to a developer who wants to turn my little house. I'm like, I don't get it. From 3 households living into it to 14 because they're going to expand the building, etc. I'm like, how? And what they have done, which obviously the reason why they're doing the second thing is because they're trying to turn it basically into a building zone for the next year. Cats are not liking the rain. Is they are upping my rent by 160%. Well over doubling it, which actually I could pay for. But do I want to live? I mean, obviously these cats are not liking the rain, so this is going to be cut short. Do I want to live in, it was bad enough while they were doing construction on this road, and half the time it was completely cut off. And, it just made travel around here difficult. But at least another full year living in a construction site, I don't think so. I don't want to pay double to live in a construction site. Here's Perry. Look at him all wet. Well, it's your own fault for being outside, cat. Oh, no. You're not going to rub up against me. Come on, let's go back. So, long story short, obviously, I'm moving, and it is very up in the air. Now, the good thing about it is, I guess, is I don't know if I had intuition. I don't know what it was. I don't know if, like, somebody hit me on the head and said you need to have a New Year's resolution. But starting about in January, maybe a little earlier, but I mean, I'm seeing it as the start of the year. I was like, you know what, I got all this crap from my mother, and I've got all this crap from my father, and there's no reason for it. And truthfully, I could, because I'm so used to having like half of my space basically being storage for all of my parents' crap. I could easily downsize. That's another thing. I don't need this much space. I would rather have different space. Like I would rather have like a gigantic bathroom, rather than, half of the space I'm not using at all. Pansy, what are you doing out here? Uh-oh. There's a car. That is Pansy. Not supposed to be this far from home, girl. Man. Anyway, I've been downsizing and getting rid of stuff. I think I got rid of 6 dressers that were full of stuff. So first I had to empty the stuff, go through the stuff, figure out if I wanted it. That's weird. The light suddenly came on. It wasn't on before. Anyway, I've been doing that type of crap for months and months and get rid of stuff. And isn't this great? And, can you see Pop? There's Poppy. So I'm kind of already doing it. I mean, it's complicated. It's very complicated because I have 4 cats and a lot of places don't want cats. I also don't participate in any sort of, this stupid, wonderful person is going like twice as fast as they should be up this road. Please don't squish my kitties. He didn't squish my kitties. For being a jerk, he didn't squish my kitties. Anyway, that's an issue. Also not having credit because I refuse to participate in, the thing is, I don't have a car payment. I don't have credit card payments. I don't have any payments like that at all. So therefore, yeah, I could pay quite a bit more for my housing. Obviously, how much do I travel? So I'm expecting a jump. I'm not expecting it 160% more. Not unless I get like an entire house. Actually, entire houses are renting for less than what they want my 1-bedroom apartment to be renting. And it's outrageous. They just want everybody out. So what I've been doing this month, trying not to focus on it. Can you see Perry? Perry being absolutely soaking wet. Oh, do you see how wet he is? Dude, out in the rain. Anyway, since I got that shock, I've been packing, which is far less a job than it would have been if I hadn't already started. I mean, it's still going to be a job, and I'm considering stepping it down and getting a don't squish my cat. Hey, Pansy. Don't squish my cat. Come here, cat, Pansy. Get out of the road. Don't squish. Don't. Clearly we need to get out of here. Anyway, it's too early in the day. There's too much traffic. Normally don't come down this time of day. But I suddenly felt like okay with talking about this. So I'm out here. Anyway, so that's very stressful. Trying to find a place is going to be difficult. Also because I'm going next month and not this month. I can't even really look for any place because they're not going to hold an apartment. But I mean, I've got to get the money for first month, last month, all that other crap, and everything's increasing. Yeah, so it's a good chunk of money. I'm doing fine as far as amassing the money. My timetable is great. That's not going to be a problem. The problem is going to be finding someplace. So all of next month I'm supposed to except in 3 weeks I'm going to Ireland. Obviously, I didn't know this was happening. This is last minute, or else I wouldn't have planned a trip to Ireland a week before I'm supposed to move. Right? duh. Even I don't do stupid things like that. And I'm pretty known for doing crazy travel stunts. So, it's supposed to be de-stressing and something to focus on and blah, blah, blah. Because of what's been going on, I don't know what I'm doing there. I mean, what I've got is the hotel, the airfare, and I have a day trip to Northern Ireland. And that's it. I don't even know what I'm doing there. I know that everybody needs to drink a pint of Guinness. That's it. Literally, that's it. I've done no research at all. I've done nothing as far as having a de-stressful coping technique. Utter fail. And I almost went to Ireland for a semester of college. I really wanted to go. I've always wanted to go. Everybody always wants to go. I mean, come on, it's Ireland. Yeah. And it's being completely blown out by this life situation. But, and then the work thing. Everybody is concerned about my work thing. I put my foot down and said I was not going to work 7 days a week anymore. And I said I wasn't going to work on Sundays. Nope, today is a Sunday. Anymore. Well, last week they had call-outs. So last week I did 60 hours, including Sunday. But I'm not working today so far. I'm also not paying any attention to any notifications that I might get on the phone. Work is okay. It's better. It's sort of like we sort of came to a resolution. Right now is a hard time of year because there's a lot of new people coming in and they have to be trained. I don't get it. There's one guy who is just, what he does is when he gets bored, he thinks he's being funny, but it's really malicious and it's bullying. But I only work with him 2 days a week. So like I won't have any contact again with this person who last weekend called out sick, and that's why I had to work Sunday. And I told somebody that I would work 80 hours a week if it meant not having to work with this person. It's temporary. These people come and go, and either I'm going to work less or this person is going to disappear because that's what they do. And yeah, so work is okay, money is okay. Stress over the house is crazy. Trip is pending. What else is going on? I think that's it. Oh, the other thing that I have on my list of things to do. Also, I mean, I have my travel scheduled for the whole year. They're big trips this year. I don't have any little ones. So who knows? Maybe I'll do a little one. Technically the Ireland one was going to be a little one, and now it's a week long, so it's not so little. But that was just like, oh, let me just pop over. The rates are cheap. Let me just pop over, and then it sort of turned bigger. But the rest of there's people out there. Come on, cats. The rest of the year is again booked, paid for, scheduled. So that's not a very large financial issue at all. It would be a piece of cake. But I think I might get another car this year. And the reason for that is broken record here. I refuse to get a car loan, so I refuse to get a new car. I get used cars, and basically when it's time to get them inspected, if the cost to have them inspected and passed and fixed exceeds having getting a new, to me, used car. Oh, Pansy. No. Pansy? No. Oh, please don't kill her. Stop. Pansy, get out of the road. Come on, get out of the Go, get out of the road. Thank you. Wow, somebody actually stopped. Amazing. Anyway, but regardless, my car is older. Obviously, it's old and used, and it just seems like I got this sixth sense that it's going to get to the point where it's going to need lots and lots of repairs. So I might as well just get a new one. And of course, price of used cars has exploded too. But seriously, once I moved into the new house, pretty easily I could save up and buy a car within a month. So, and this is why I'm like, this is personal, is because it's all money. I don't like talking about money. I talk about it a lot because you know what? When you have a avoidant personality disorder and you're alone, period. You're completely alone, and you know, you have to depend on yourself only, and you can't depend on anybody else. And I understand there's different kind of people who are like, they're not alone, they live with their family 100%, but it's the same thing. You know, if your family somehow disappears, I shouldn't say that, it's going to freak people out, but you know, it's all on you. Well, oh God, come on, cats. The all being on you thing is weighing heavy on me. And so I have chosen to have my expenses as low as possible in order, please don't squish my cats. I don't even see them. It's so dark because of the storm. Up this end, there are no lights. Oh, they're right in the middle of the street. You better not squish them. Oh, don't squish them. Okay, didn't squish any of them. They're having a powwow at the end of the street. Nice. Anyway, I gotta get my cats in the house before they get squished. Yeah, I saw that. Now Poppy is yelling at me saying, what the heck? You hear him? That's what you get for hanging out in the middle of the road, cats. Anyway, yeah, so that's why I don't like to talk about it, because like what my issue is now is the possibility of major financial stress and housing stress. Which, because I'm willing to downsize, and I don't need it to be anywhere. It's not like I have to. It's not like I've got, like, the last time I moved, because my kid was in school, I was trying to definitely be in the same town so that he wouldn't have to change schools. Yes, Poppy, I see you now. I saw that you were in the middle of the street when that car came. Not smart, bud. You see him? Not smart, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. He's telling me all about it. Anyway, I don't have any of those issues. I can go anywhere. I mean, these cats would probably prefer having a place with a yard where they can go outside. Then again, they're all elderly, and if they can't take their walks anymore, I don't know, I can get a, whatever it's called, a treadmill, or one of those big wheelie treadmills for cats. Have you seen these things? They're like giant wheels the cats walk on. I don't know. But yeah, let's see if I can get this thing in view. Oh, you can't see it, but yeah, construction vehicles everywhere. Yes, Poppy. He's still telling me about almost getting squished by the car, because he was almost squished by the car. But that's what I've been going through, and it is very triggering, and it just makes me incredibly sad because I'm doing this all by myself, truly 100% all by myself. And that is my experience of having avoidant personality disorder. And some people have the experience where they're avoidant with their core people, their family that they can be with. My family was so abusive. I mean, my son called and started screaming at me today. He started screaming at me because for his birthday I bought him a new phone, and he doesn't like it today. It's doing something and he doesn't like it, and so I am the cause of all of the problems in his life because I bought him this phone for his birthday. That's the way my family treats me, everybody in the family. Therefore, I don't have family members. So this type of major, huge thing happening, um, it's all on me, 100%. And it's a lot. And I'm working 6 days a week, and I still have to plan this trip. And at least this summer, it's not winter. I mean, it could be so much worse. Like I said, if I hadn't already started that purge earlier this year, forget about it. This would be impossible. 2 months to clear everything out of that place? No. The way I'm looking at this, I really just started in this past week. I expect to be like fully packed, everything that's not used on a daily basis by the end of this month, ready to go, which is why I'm thinking maybe if I get a storage unit, I can like have that for that first month, move all this stuff that I'm not using on a daily basis into the storage unit. And then when I actually move into the apartment, it won't be that much to move, relatively speaking, at all. That'd be great. I don't know. Thinking about it. Because I got to do it all on my own. And boxes of books are heavy. Okay, I got to get these cats inside. It stopped raining, but who knows who's going to squish them next. And that's what I've been up to, and that's why I haven't been talking about it, because it is, how many of the top stressful things, moving is one, death of a parent is one, maybe I'll lose my job. That's also one of the top 10 most stressful events. I mean, I've had a really bad couple of years. I wonder if you can see it now. No, you can't see it. But just, randomly, let's take up an entire, aisle of the street with construction equipment that they just have parked here. And of course, it's parked right under the power lines because, yeah, that's where they park it, under the power lines, as opposed to on the other side of the road where there's no power lines. Like, hello? Anyway, so who knows? So that is the thing, is that my job is like super flexible. I don't think I'm moving out of the state. I don't know what made that sound. Something over there made sound. Maybe Poppy's having fun with a skunk or something. Let me back up. Anyway, I don't think I'm moving out of the state, but I might be. Who knows? Who knows where I'll be the end of next month? When I moved to Philadelphia, it was the same time. I moved the end of June. I was there for the 1st of July because on the 4th of July, I went to the, there's like this huge, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not really, it's just like roads that's surrounded by museums and a huge green space in between it. And they had what was it? I think it was a Beach Boys concert, and over 1 million people showed up to the free Beach Boys concert on the 4th of July, and it was by far the most people I've ever been in a crowd with in my entire life, and I don't think I've ever been in a crowd that big again. Anyway, but this is, something new, right, Pop? And I did buy more cat carriers, including a pretty big one for Poppy. We'll do okay. But that's what I've been doing. And, and it kind of freaks me out in every way possible because there's a big question mark over what's going to happen in my life. That wasn't there. And yes, I'm leaving before my lease is up because they're going to let me. And I think it's as far as this pansy right here. As far as finding apartments, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. So yeah, I'm getting out now. Soon. It's a lot easier to move in the summer than it is in the winter. Even though it's hotter, it's better than dealing with snow. Anyway, I'm going to get these cats out of here, get them fed, get this maybe put up. Like I said, I think this is the third time I made this video because it's kind of freaking me out. I'll let you know how it goes. Again, on Instagram, you can see my pictures from not Italy, Ireland. Um, yeah, Ireland in 3 weeks. What's today? Today's Sunday. Yeah, Ireland, 3 weeks. I'll be in Ireland. Yeah.